Team Zimbabwe hear about this. AC Lumumba says, as crazy as this sounds, Nelson Chamisa actually has a master stroke that could spin this whole thing on its head. I feel crazy saying it, but sheesh, the guy might actually really be a genius after all. Pure genius, headboard. So, this is a statement from AC Lumumba, and it has been met with different reactions. I'm going to take just a few reactions before I give you my own opinion and my own thoughts and observation from the whole thing. First and foremost, the first person to respond was Kudzanai Chipanga. Kudzi says the boy is finished politically. This is somebody who is finished himself. They failed in 2017, but he is here to tell us that Nelson Chamisa is finished. So, Zvikanzi, you can be random, bro. Love you, but unongovumuka so. Mangwana obva wachinja futi. Okay. There is another contribution here. Another one says, Mave kungotsvaga unyaya. Tears are empty without mentioning NC. Mese Triple C and ZANU PF activists are getting tractions on your tails using the pastor's name. Is that true? Maybe to others it's true, but to me it's not. Then someone says Chamisa is cornered. Odds aren't in his favor, but I do love a good underdog story. Yeah, right. We have had just a few contributions from various people. What are my thoughts? Personally, from my own observations, Nelson Chamisa is working out something very important. Why? Take a look onto 2018 elections. After the elections, ZANU PF was focused on forming a government. They were focusing on other things. Up until 2019, when Chamisa became troublesome, that is when they started scheming and working on how to silence him. But soon after the elections, they were focused on themselves. 2023 is different. ZANU PF is not focusing on forming the government. They are focusing on Nelson Chamisa. Whatever they do, they are focusing on Nelson Chamisa. Quickly, they have made a move to disseminate the opposition, to silence the opposition, to make it look like the opposition is divided and the opposition is not attached together. And some comrades within the Triple C movement have actually jumped and joined the ZANU PF chorus. And it now seems as if Triple C is divided and Nelson Chamisa is clueless. But is that true? No, it's not true. Nelson Chamisa at this moment in time is on his peak, is on his strongest, and anything might happen at this moment in time. Just a call, Nelson Chamisa will make a very huge impact. He has moved across Zimbabwe. Something happened during those 10 visits he made across Zimbabwe. Something very significant happened. Soon after the election, Nelson Chamisa did something strange, and a response was given to that something. Right? After that response, Nelson Chamisa did something else to add more to what he did first. And he managed to show his power and his strength and silence ZANU PF. So, for those who have been following the events religiously and closely, you will understand that Nelson Chamisa right now at this moment in time is untouchable and is proving to be the strongest politician ever to emerge in Zimbabwe. So, he has never left Zimbabwe. He is in Zimbabwe, he is operating within Zimbabwe, he is moving within Zimbabwe. Nobody knows his next move. To an extent that some people who cannot read the situation or the temperature believe that he's sidelining his comrades. But it's not true. It's because if you take a look on what is happening if his comrades can be easily recorded, if they can be easily recorded, what will happen if they are to know some information which is very important and critical? These are my thoughts. These are my observations, my own observations. So if you take a look onto what Else Lumumba is observed, if you critically take a look on Nelson Chamisa and how he is making his moves, you can actually agree that Nelson Chamisa is working something, but that something is not known. Who is backing Nelson Chamisa? That is a question and for another day. What is Nelson Chamisa holding on to is also a question for another day. But for today, I can tell you that against all odds, Nelson Chamisa, number one, is on his strongest. Number two, is probably working something big which will surprise everybody, including those within ZANU PF. The reason why ZANU PF is not comfortable is because they are failing to pick the intelligence on what Nelson Chamisa is doing. That is the reason why you are seeing everybody throwing tantrums on Nelson Chamisa to say, we needed to know, we need transparency, we need ABCD, we need a united team, we need 1, 2, 3, 4. It's because they have failed to get what they need. The problem with our politics is that you have something, you tell a comrade who is a colleague, a very close ally. That colleague will be tempted to tell somebody very close to him. And that somebody will be tempted to tell another person who is very close to him also. That is how information leaks. That is how the intelligence teams will be able to know what you are planning. So it's not a matter of trust within your comrades. It's not a matter of your comrades being sellouts. It's a matter of knowing how these systems work and how embedded the intelligence guys are in the organization, in various organizations. So the issue is about counterintelligence. The issue is about selling dummies to your enemies. That is the reason why Nelson Chamisa made a press statement and said something. He clearly said, we need a dialogue. We need to talk. We need to fix the mess. And that dialogue was unconditional. ZANU PF in response came and said, well, no, Nelson Chamisa want us to want the president to get into their factional fights. ZANU PF came to respond to something which was directed in another direction. Nelson Chamisa just called for a dialogue, and he never said that he wanted to be declared president. No, he said, let us have dialogue. Let us cure this problem so that it won't repeat itself in 2028. ZANU PF came and said, no. That is a reflection of how ZANU PF is, how ruthless ZANU PF can be towards its citizens. They don't care about the status quo, they care about themselves. And that was a true indication of what is really happening and how these comrades can actually defend their looting, what they are eating, their families, without regard for the people. So I agree with Else Lumumba here that I believe personally, I'm convicted personally from how I'm observing things, something big is going to surprise a lot of Zimbabweans.